Since Sir Alex Ferguson left Manchester United, they've gone through a lot of managers and only had a few glimpses of success. But in real life, they've actually had a really good transfer window. But once again, they're struggling in the league. So it's the perfect time to rebuild Manchester United as Ten Hag and take them to the top of English football once again. We're going to get them their 21st league title and also get our hands on the Champions League trophy. If you are excited for this rebuild, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's get straight into the video. And as you can see, we've got all the signings they've made in real life. So firstly, De Ligt, 84 rated at centre-back. He's going to be such a solid defender for us. Then we've got Yoro, the wonder kid, 17 years old, 77 rated, with crazy potential. He's going to grow so quickly for us. And then Mazraoui, 81 rated, can play both fullbacks. That's always a really helpful player to have. And then Ugarte, 22 years old, 81 rated. He will be a baller for us. And finally, Joshua Zirkzee. He's only 79 rated, but I've got a really good feeling about him, and I think he might score loads of goals for us in this rebuild. So with them in the squad, this is how I think our best starting 11 looks. And because they've signed 5 players, I wasn't actually going to do any business. I was going to just leave it with this squad for season 1. But then I checked the objectives. They want me to sign 3 players younger than 20 with good potential. But on top of that, they want me to replace 3 players from the team. So the budget of £205 million might need to be used in season 1. And the best way to bring players in, sadly, is to lose some players to free up some space. So we've listed Christian Eriksen. I just don't think he's going to get loads of minutes with Mount in the team, and we might sign a few midfielders. We're not sure. So Eriksen is listed. Casemiro, with Ugarte coming in, I think it might be time for Casemiro to go, and 32 million is a lot of money for a 31-year-old. And then Maguire, with Yoro, De Ligt, Martinez, even Lindelof. We might bring in a centre-back as well. I just don't think we can give Maguire too many minutes. And finally, we've loan listed Antony, so he can get a few more minutes because he's just not up to the level that realistically we need him to be. Because Man United have been a bit rubbish and we want to go on to win Champions Leagues, we have cleared out a lot of the squad players. So firstly, Eriksen to Aston Villa for £12.4 million. It is sad to see him go, but he's just not going to win a Champions League with us. And then Maguire to Milan for 20 million. I don't think that's too bad of a deal at all, considering he is 30 years old. And then Antony has gone on loan to Newcastle for 2 years. But remember, if he does do well, we can always recall him whenever we like. But he does need to get some minutes, not for us basically. And then Casemiro has gone to Liverpool, the little traitor, for £45 million, leaving us with a massive budget of £290 million. And after all those sales, this is how our team is currently looking. And if we want to win the Champions League and the Premier League, squad depth is going to be massive. So we've decided a right winger could be crucial for us. Obviously, Antony's gone out on loan, so a space has opened up. So we've decided to scout in the Eredivisie because we know how much Ten Hag loves it. And we found Johan Bakayoko from PSV for £40 million. This man has the potential to be an absolute star for us. He could be defenders' nightmares. And he's 78 rated with 87 pace, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. And with him in the squad, it just gives us a few more options. We can line up with the traditional Rashford Garnacho, or we can do Garnacho Bakayoko. It just allows a lot more minutes for everyone without anyone overplaying. But if you do look at the team, Mainoo and Ugarte are good, but beyond that, there's not really many people that can fill in that DM role now that Casemiro's gone. So we've decided to bring in Fabio Moretti from Juventus for £15 million. This man really excites me. He's 20 years old, 75 rated, and look at those stats. They're so all-rounded. He can play centre mid, attacking midfield, but look at those stats. He can definitely play the defensive midfield as well, and that's probably where he's going to get most use for us. And also, it could be quite a long rebuild, so youth could be really important. And after that bit of business, we still have £247 million in the bank, but there is another sale that has gone down. Victor Lindelof has gone to Tottenham for £15.7 million. He wasn't happy being a bench player, but I told him that's all you're going to be here, so we've had to let him go. So once again, that opens up a bit of room for a youngster to take his spot, and that man right there is my favourite wonder kid. If you don't know him, get to know him. It is another Dutchman from the Eredivisie. It's Jarell Hato from Ajax for £8 million. Look at him. 17 years old, 73 rated, can play centre-back and left-back, which is important because Lindelof last season played a lot at left-back for Manchester United. He's got 86 pace and his potential is crazy. He grows so quickly on career mode. I've picked out these 3 players though that I think will be key for us in season 1. So firstly is Bruno Fernandes, 87 rated in that attacking midfield role. He's so creative. Hopefully he can have a really good few seasons with us. Next is Kobbie Mainoo. He is so good in real life. It's a shame he's only 72 rated, but I still want to give him loads of minutes. I love him. He's 18 years old. He's so good on the ball. Hopefully, he can have another breakthrough season and go up a lot of ratings. And finally, is one of the new signings in real life, De Ligt, an 84 rated centre-back at 24 years old, is so crucial. I think he will be so good for us. You've seen all the signings. The only thing left to do now, though, is show you the final squad, which you can see right here. I think it's quite solid for Season 1. We've brought in a lot of youth, so hopefully the ratings will go up throughout the season, ready for Season 2. But in Season 1, why not go for it? So there's going to be some big moments, and hopefully we can have some success in certain places. And Season 1 actually went really well. Xerxes in front of goal was so clinical, and Fernandes, just like we predicted, was so important in basically every attack for us. And Garnacho really started to show his flair. And it was so good that we actually managed to win the league in Season 1 by 9 points. We only got 83 points, which recently wouldn't have been enough to win us the league, but this year it was. What a season it was. There were so many massive moments, which meant in Season 1 we were able to get our hands on the trophy. Let's take in the parade before we move on though. It's been a long time for these Manchester United fans. 21 times has finally come. And I mean, I wasn't expecting it at all this season. But let's now get back to reality, because in the FA Cup, in the 5th round we lost to Southampton, which isn't great. So we didn't win the FA Cup, not the end of the world, we won the league. In the Champions League, we came 2nd in the group, which is definitely an improvement on real life because they came 4th. In the round of 16 of the FA Cup, we absolutely thrashed Dortmund in the second leg to win 8-4 in aggregate. But in the quarters, we did lose to AC Milan, meaning we have not made it to a Champions League final. But look how good this team looks now. One season and everyone's ratings have shot up and it already looks so much better. It looks more like a side that could have won the league. Let's check out some of their stats though. So Fernandes got 21 goals, 13 assists in the league. That's absolutely unbelievable. I can't believe how good those stats actually are, by the way. 34 goal involvements is absolutely crazy. Then Xerxes, 11 goals, 2 assists. Højlund, 8 goals. So between them, they scored a lot, but none of them individually really took the reins. Garnacho, 10 in the league. Bakayoko, 9 with 10 assists is very impressive. Ugarte, 4 and 6. Rashford, 6 and 5. Basically, everything was just spread around a lot. But I told you about the rating increases. Look at Ugarte. He's gone from an 81 to an 85 just in Season 1. That's absolutely crazy. And Bakayoko's up to an 82. He was scarily good this season. But that does wrap it up for the end of Season 1. We won the league, but we failed the Champions League. So we go again in Season 2. And to start off Season 2, we've been given a budget of £491 million. That is absolutely crazy. But just like the budget shot up, so have the objectives. They want us to win the league, win the FA Cup, and also win the Champions League. So we're going to need a big clear out. Are you ready? So firstly, Mount to Fiorentina for £31 million. I didn't want to let go of Mount, but he wanted to leave, so I couldn't keep hold of him, sadly. And we've got some good money for him. Next, Brandon Williams to Crystal Palace, £5.2 million. He wasn't going to be involved. But this is a big one. Jadon Sancho to Arsenal for £41.8 million. With how much Bakayoko impressed, I just don't really think we need Sancho, and £41.8 million is a lot of money for a player that was out on loan last season. So we now have £575 million, over £500 million to spend. And looking at this team, I think there's one area that needs improving more than any other, and that is DM, because beyond Mainoo and Ugarte, we don't have a natural DM. We obviously do have Moretti, but I prefer him a little bit higher up. So I think it could be time to bring a star in at DM and move Mainoo to the 3rd choice. And that star, we've managed to negotiate a deal for Frenkie de Jong. He's been linked to Manchester United for so long now, and we finally managed to seal the deal. He is such a baller. Barcelona have money issues, so it's a deal that seemed perfect. £90 million as well is not too bad at all when you look how good he is. 88 rated. His stats are absolutely unbelievable. And him and Ugarte now are going to be a crazy partnership. 88 rated and 85 rated. With Fernandes just in front of them, this team is absolutely insane. So much so, I don't even think we need any more signings. So we're just going to leave £471 million in the transfer budget. But before we go into Season 2 though, this is our final squad. So obviously Onana in goal, 84 rated, very solid. And then we have Dalot in at right back. I like him a lot. He's very solid. And Mazraoui on the bench, also very solid. De Ligt and Martinez, both 86 rated. What a partnership that is. Shaw at left back, still solid. De Jong and Ugarte, what a partnership with Fernandes just in front of them. That middle three is an absolute joke. Ready for the Champions League. Garnacho, we haven't spoke about Garnacho enough. He is an absolute baller. And last season, he almost recreated his overhead kick goal. And hopefully this season, he can go that one step further and actually recreate it. But then Xerxes up front with Bakayoko on the right. This team is ready for Season 2. And Season 2 was all about the midfield. Some of the plays that we managed to pull off were so nice. And then players like Garnacho would be there to finish off the chances. All in all, a very impressive season. But sadly, not impressive enough to get our hands on back-to-back league trophies. We did finish second to our rivals, Manchester City. They beat us this time, but we beat them last season. Let's forget about it for now. It's a bit unlucky, but second place is still a good season. Let's jump to the FA Cup. So, in the third round replay, we just scraped past Coventry 4-2 on penalties. And then round 4, we beat Bristol City. But this is where it starts getting impressive. In round 5, we beat Liverpool 2-1. Then round 6, we beat Spurs 2-1. And in the semis, we got our revenge on Man City and beat them 2-1, meaning we faced Crystal Palace in the FA Cup final. It would be nice to get our hands on the FA Cup trophy, but before that, let's check out the Champions League. So, our group was actually really tough. We had PSG and Roma, and we managed to top it, but on goal difference. All three of us got 10 points, so we did get quite lucky there. But either way, we made it through. And then in the round of 16, we beat Sporting 4-0 and 6-2 on aggregate. Absolute ease. Quarterfinals, we got through PSG by the skin of our teeth there, 4-3 on aggregate. Semi-final, we thrashed PSV, meaning we're facing Real Madrid in the Champions League final. It could be done in 2 seasons. First season, win the Prem. Second season, win the Champions League. That sounds perfect to me. But just before we play either of those finals, let's have a look at this squad. Look at the ratings now. Ugarte's 87. Bakayoko is 87. He wasn't even 80 rated when we signed him. 2 seasons later, he's up to 87. Xerxes 85. Fernandes 92. The defence, look at them. Absolutely crazy. Let's check out though some of their individual stats, because how have they grown so much? So firstly, Bakayoko just scored 20 goals in the Premier League with 8 assists. Xerxes 18 and 9. That's much better numbers. Fernandes 11 and 12. Højlund even got 6 in the Champions League, which is very impressive. Garnacho 9 and 3. Once again, the goals are spread around. Everyone did their part. It was very impressive. But now it's time for the FA Cup final. We're not going to play it because we're going to play the Champions League. We're going to save all our energy for the Champions League final. But this is the team that we're going to send into the FA Cup final. It is so strong, and surely it's good enough to beat Crystal Palace. Look at that. 92, 89 and 87 ratings in midfield. Surely Crystal Palace can't handle that. Surely. Oh my God. We lost 2-1 to Nketiah. Nketiah scored a brace against us in the FA Cup final. Fair play to Crystal Palace. They can have that one. We're on to bigger and better things now though. The Rashford's come in on the left-hand side. Garnacho wasn't happy after the final. He dropped us a message. His player morale dropped massively. So Rashford is getting his chance to shine. Hopefully he can show us the talent that we all know is there. But look at Real Madrid's team. When we talk about talent, they've signed Bernardo Silva, Nuno Mendes, Tomori, Alexander-Arnold. They've obviously got Mbappe. Their team is an absolute joke. This is going to be so tough. But that's why we've done this video. The Champions League final against Real Madrid. The boys need to be ready because we need to get our hands on that all-important trophy. Early doors now. Valverde's got the ball. Ugarte, massive challenge. Oh my God, this could be a dangerous attack. Why have they stepped up? Xerxes, win that, please. Oh my God, he has. Oh my God. Rashford and Xerxes throw a goal. Surely 26 minutes in. Oh gosh, Rashford. Oh my God. 27 minutes in, we said we have bought in Rashford. Can he show us what it's about? He's done the celebration, so will we. We're 1-0 up against Real Madrid. Their defence was all over the place, but it doesn't matter. We're 1-0 up. They've got a corner now. This could be dangerous. Vinny on the ball. Into Tomori. Great header there. Oh my God, Bellingham. Come on. And again. Oh my God, Rashford. Oh my God, we're dying for the badge. They've got another chance now. Numenge down on the left wing. Dalot, he's absolutely done him. Into Mbappe in the box. De Ligt standing up. Oh no, they found Vinny. Vinny! Oh my God, 45 minutes. 1 minute until half time and Vinny has scored the equaliser. It's such a shame. But when it's Mbappe to Vinny, what could you really do? How can we stop that? They're way too good. And it's 1-1 going into half time. But now in the 65th minute, Mbappe's got the ball again. We're trying to high press. So Zerski's won the ball back amazingly there. Across to Fernandes. He's going to run through by himself. 67 minutes in. Can he finish that? Big challenge there. We've picked up the ball. Once again is Ugarte. He's like a prime Kante right now. Great little turn and pass into Rashford. Back to Fernandes. To Bakayoko. Into Dalot. This is some great football. And they forced a foul. They just can't handle it right now. And changes have been made. The goal scorer Rashford's off for Garnacho. And then Mainu is coming on for Ugarte. He's been everywhere this game, Ugarte. From that free kick, though, we can put a good ball into the box. And it could cause some issues. Fernandes on the ball. It's not going to do too much. De Ligt, though, he's going to eye this up. Oh, my God. De Ligt's almost from like 30 yards out. They've got it clear. Only as far as Mainu. That's a great header from him. Fernandes now, he's got a bit lucky there. He's still keeping hold of the ball. He's done very well there. De Jong's behind him. He's found him. Oh my God, sure, that's a penalty. Yes. Oh my God. De Jong, the ex-Barca man against Real Madrid. It's beautiful. The great work from Fernandes. Great work from Mainu. Is it a handball? Oh, I mean, it is. His arm's literally like this and it struck it. So we've now got a penalty and it's going to be Fernandes on it. He's stepping up. Please. Please. Yes! Oh my God. It's 2-1. Fernandes from the spot. You can bet your money he was always going to score that one. What a goal that was. 87 minutes now. We've gone short from the goal kick. Over to Dalot. Oh my God, no, that was so stupid. Vinny, he's got Mbappe with him. He's done De Ligt. He's inside the box. Big save from Onana, please. Oh God, that must be it. 91st minute now. Do nothing, Onana. And that is game. We've won 2-1 against Real Madrid. I can't believe it. Rashford came into the starting 11, scored the first, and then Mainu was even involved in the second. He won it to Fernandes, which then led to the penalty. And Fernandes tucked away that penalty so nicely. And his reward now is the fact that he gets to lift the Champions League trophy 1 year after he lifted the Premier League trophy. The challenge is officially complete. These celebrations, but that is where we're going to leave it for this video. If you have enjoyed and made it this far, comment down below the team you want me to rebuild first on FC25. Comment the team, maybe PSG, and put FC25, just so I know you made it this far and you're an absolute legend. But until next time, thanks for watching and goodbye.